Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to show you the face masks that I did over the past 2 weeks, I think. So this was the first one. I thought I would give it a try. It does not look good. It's hand stitched. I cannot use my sewing machine because it's broken. So this was way too way too loose on top. So what I did was I used a bit of rubber band that was in, I think it was in a fitted bed sheet before that was broken, and I took it out. It had a lot of tiny oh, there's the cat, tiny yellow yarn pieces left in there, which I put out. So, and these rubber bands here were from bracelets with big plastic or glass beads in there. They were pretty old. I just used the beads for something. So this is for the ears. This is just one layer, and there's something stuck here. I used it yesterday for cycling, and I must say, when it's kind of warm-ish out there, a face mask for cycling is a bit too much for me. I have chronic rhinitis. There goes less oxygen through my nose and throat, which means I have more trouble breathing, and using a face mask actually makes it worse. I should have cleaned my fingernails before this video. Dang. So another one which I have tried out for a doctor's visit. So this is basically the same. But these are recycled. They came from, what is it? Flowers and vegetables. There's here. I didn't even do this knot that was in there. You can just easily wash those. This one is also washed again. I thought I could make it a little higher for the nose, and then realize, well, this doesn't work because, oh, cat. Because then this part is too low for the ear because this is too short. Basically, it does this. It pulls on the ear, and that can hurt. And so what I did was I folded it over. So this is the outside. This is how the fabric came from. The funny thing is the nurse in the doctor's office looked at me and said, "I find it funny that you're wearing my pillow." And she said it's so obvious this is an IKEA fabric. So you're folding it over kind of works, but it's still too loose. So I might just do the same thing with the rubber band here. This is a little big, so it's still open. It's big, but in winter I still have the problem with the current temperatures, but they're gonna go up. So with the chronic rhinitis, I have to stop every few minutes to blow my nose, and that is very, very annoying. And now the cat is sitting on the masks. No, sweetie. No. Dang, these are the masks I did yesterday. These are very simple ones. Yeah, blowing my nose is really annoying. So wearing something that covers my nose and creates a warm, moist air around my nose actually helps. The problem is the mask gets wet very, very quick, and then it doesn't protect very much anymore. I mean, you don't get protection. Wearing a cloth mask is a very tiny protection for yourself, a really tiny one, and it also gives a relatively small protection for other people, but the protection for yourself is extremely tiny. So it's not really a protection, which is why you are not, at least in Germany, legally, you're not allowed to call the cloth masks that you make yourself protective. You're allowed to call them masks, but not protective masks. So this is a jersey fabric. This used to be a fitted bed sheet, and same here, hand stitched. So this is the easiest way ever. If you have a jersey fabric, you just need to cut a. Let me try to unravel this here. Hey, focus. Thank you. You just have to try to cut a relatively straight line. Yeah, there is like stuff on here like cat hair. That happens. You might have to clean the cat hair off, but it's yeah, that happens with this kind of fabric easier than with other fabric. But still, this is 100% cotton. You can wash that very hot. You wash it out with your soap, and then you give it a super super hot water bath. Basically, you boil water and put that in, and this is actually enough. And yeah, you just have to make sure it's not too stretchy in this direction, but more stretchy in the other direction. So this stretches way more in this direction than in that direction. If it stretches too much here, it will sit very loose at some point, and it will slide down your face, and that's not what you want. And these are pretty much the same. And if you have a very long stripe, then you just sew it together on one side, and then you just have this seam line on one side. That's it. I will give at least one of these to a friend of mine. Kitty cat. That was the second mask that I did. The IKEA fabric again. One side was machine stitched. Oh yeah, it was this side here. Because I had a sewing project and I had cut this part off. And it's hand stitched in here. For some reason, I have hand stitched this on the outside instead of the inside. Yeah, happens. But I stitched the bottom together. You can see it's also hand stitched. And the same rubber bands we used from vegetables and flowers from dumpster diving. I usually don't buy flowers, but this is yeah, two different types of, what is it, cotton fabrics, but this is the inside and that is the outside. And after that I did this one. You can see it's leftovers from the same fabric. I did not accidentally stitch something on the outside, and yeah, this looks really nice. I mean, it's a dark blue with the white polka dots. It's really nice. Also, not much like cat hair and dusty stuff on this one. It's actually nicer than this type of fabric. And yeah, I made this one for myself. Definitely for myself. Oh yeah, this is the one with the long stripe where I just had to sew together one side. And these blue thingies here, this was from an old skin tight that just I had it for ages. It doesn't fit for so many years, so I cut it in pieces. So I thought I could use like long sleeves when I have a t-shirt on and it gets cold on my arms. I actually tried this for a while, but it was just in my dresser, and it was pretty much unused for many years. So now it has a use, and then I found this jersey fabric. You see, it's the same problem like with the red stuff. You constantly pick stuff from this type of fabric here. This was from a shirt that was way too long that I got for free. It had a hole somewhere. I just cut off what was too much, and this came from a different shirt or something, or a pair of short leggings or something. I don't know. I cut something off here. This is not just cotton, as you can see. There's some plastic in here, but don't worry, you can still wash this hot. Yeah, this just looks better because it's black. And these are my masks. Yeah, if you don't have a sewing machine, you still want to make yourself masks, just look what type of fabrics you have. So you can use the t-shirt material. You can see, you can stretch this a bit too much. Oh, there's also elastic stuff in here. I would actually prefer this direction to be the long side, but I didn't have that much fabric in this direction because, like I said, I had cut a piece off of it because it was too long for me. Yeah, but this is still not too stretchy because it's two layers, so it should still work. Also, it's a bit thicker than the red. You can see that the red mask is a bit more slim, but they both fit very, very well. And yeah, you can be colorful. You can upcycle your old clothes, broken clothes with some stains in it that you don't want to wear anymore. But just don't make it as big as this one. This is a bit too much. Unless you pull something through that you tie in the back of your head, then this works just fine. But otherwise, this is too much. And this is not enough, actually. This is really just for cycling. This is from a pillowcase, I think. At least I think it was a pillowcase that I have dyed in a red color that doesn't even look that nice. Yeah, but as a face mask, this would not be enough. So this is really just meant for cycling, and I will see if I can work it out for myself. I mean, you get when you cycle on the roads with a lot of traffic, you definitely smell everything from the cars, and you get what is it, the fumes from the cars. They can be bad for you, for your lungs, etc. So wearing a mask for that is actually not the worst thing in the world. It's actually a good thing for you because some of the stuff can get stuck on the outside of this, so you can protect your lungs. But I definitely have to try to get used to it because, like I said yesterday, it was a little much. So on Monday, this one kind of worked for me, and I cycled even longer than yesterday with this one. But yeah, it can work. You can make it work, and also when you're close to other people or closer to other people than normal, then even a simple mask like this can help at the moment with a virus. It can help not spread it too much. So yeah, I'm talking a bit too much. My brain is still a bit. I got up in the afternoon. I didn't sleep much last night. I was still awake at like after 6 in the morning, and that's definitely not good. Anyways, maybe I gave you some inspiration. These are really just very simple ones, and these are the simplest ones, the most simple ones that you could make, and they work, even though you might have to clean them off from like cat hair and whatever floats in your air and gets attached to this type of fabric. But yeah, you can make it work without being good at sewing, and without having a sewing machine. You can still make it. And you guys have a wonderful day. Gosh, my brain is a pile of mashed potatoes. I hope yours is not. Have a wonderful day, guys, and stay safe. And there's not gonna be a grocery haul this week because I didn't buy anything. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.